Good morning, everybody. Welcome to At the Car Wash, brought to you by Coburg Car Wash. And today we're talking Uber and Lyft, and we're going to find out the latest. This is Brittany from the Chamber. She's our director of the Chamber of Commerce in Eugene. And also, and Matt Sayer. They edit. You know, the nice thing, Facebook edits everything for you. It's so awesome. And this is Matt Sayer with the Technology Association of Oregon. So you guys have been working super hard on Uber, Lyft, rideshare, getting this into Eugene. Brittany, why is this such a big deal?
Lots of reasons. Our members have been loud and clear with us at the Chamber that it's an economic development issue. A lot of local businesses really care about making sure that we have good transportation options. It's been a priority for the Chamber for a long time. Our young professionals have been incredibly engaged in this conversation. You can't go anywhere without getting an Uber or Lyft in another city. And the fact
Except Eugene or Springfield.
Except for Eugene or Springfield. So the fact that we don't have one is a differentiating factor that I think is a negative for our community.
So, and students have been coming out, like, you guys had, how many students wrote in?
So I heard that 140 plus students wrote to the mayor. I think we're the only Pac-12 city left that doesn't have this basic service. And so they're talking about safety on campus and the string of armed robberies and, hey, you know, we would be a lot better off if we had these basic services.
And I saw in the media somewhere where a student, a sorority on campus actually started their own Uber-like type service for kids.
Did you hear about that, Brittany?
I did. Yeah. Alpha Chi, I think, is the one who did it. Yeah. They, you know, they had members that were having trouble walking home. They didn't feel safe walking home.
I think one of their members was actually assaulted, is what I read.
I think at gunpoint. And so, just such a good example of how a community like ours, especially, we need a service like this, you know, to serve our students, to serve our businesses, to serve the community members who want to get out and about and enjoy our community, but they don't feel like there's a good transportation option for them, maybe late at night or on the weekends, that supplement all the other options that we have.
Because my son lives in Portland, and he, you know, for St. Patty's Day, his whole plan was, I'm having Uber take me downtown, I'm going to go to Kel's, I'm just going to have a couple of beers, but I know that a couple of beers can make me illegally a driver, and I want to be safe. So they want to do the right thing, but we don't have this service that can do it, and he can't afford the other option. So anyway, so we're going to go through the car wash because it actually has been approved, right?
It has.
Okay, so Brittany, kind of update us on where it is.
Sure. On February 14th, our City Council voted 8-0 to direct staff to develop an ordinance and bring it back to them that would allow for ride-sharing services to come to our community. They emphasized that they wanted to create a fair and level playing field, which we fully support, that the taxi companies in town benefit from the same updates to the ordinances, and they emphasize that Medford is a good model that we should be modeling our ordinance after. Medford was one of the most recent communities in Oregon to pass this, and they worked through a lot of the issues that their city had with some of the old ordinances as well, and they were able to come out successful.
So Matt was talking to me earlier and said that's one thing we have going for us, since we're one of the last city areas, metropolitan areas, probably in the country, but at least in Oregon, there's a lot of models out there to share information.
Yeah, so cities across Oregon have sort of established best practices for regulation that achieve what Brittany highlighted, which is a fair and level playing field with safety of citizens in mind, and also has been fully vetted by Lyft and Uber. So there's great examples all across the state of Oregon of ordinances and administrative rules that we can lean into that hopefully will make our process a short one. And so while no one knows exactly when Uber and Lyft are going to start here, we do know that the average amount of time that it takes from a vote, and so we already had the vote, we already had an 8-0 vote, is about 58 days in Oregon.
So go ahead, go up to here. So this will be fair to the taxi cabs. I took a taxi company through here the other day, and that was their concern. They wanted to make sure it was going to be fair to them. Oh, hold on, you guys. So we're here. Hang on, Brittany. Hold that question. We're here. So you guys, we're at the car wash. Matt, you got me locked in here. Okay, hold on. So hold on. I got to go get my car wash staff. Come here, guys. Come here. Okay, here's Coburg Car Wash.
What's up with Uber?
So you guys, Uber is coming to Eugene and Springfield. No,
that'd be great.
It's gonna happen. So you guys will be washing their cars. So you guys, I know it's a wet day, but is this still a good day to get your car washed?
It's always a great day to get your
Always.
car washed, especially next week, spring break. It's going to be nice, so tell all your friends to come in.
Okay, so next week, you guys, we can't do the show without Coburg Car Wash. These are the guys that keep us clean, right?
That's right.
Because if you have a dirty car,
It's not
that
good.
is so bad.
It is. It's really bad.
All right, wash us, okay?
Okay.
All right, they're going to talk us through the process here. These guys are so awesome. We couldn't do this stuff without them. So, so Brittany, the process then is probably within 50 days, 50 or less days.
Yeah, so there's some, you know, technical process pieces that we have to work through as a community. So, what council did is they directed staff to go back and create an ordinance. So staff is now creating an ordinance based on council's direction, and then they have to bring that ordinance back. There'll be a public hearing, and then council will make an official vote on the ordinance that was brought forward. So,
Okay.
And one thing that I would add is,
Yeah.
as it relates to the ordinance, I just got red.
Isn't that cool? No, wait, you're going to get really red. This is a good part.
like we should be singing.
As it
Yeah.
relates to the ordinance, it's focused primarily on the business license piece. So is it initially a 30-day temporary license? Is it I am really red.
Look at that. You're Satan.
I wouldn't say that. But, so is it a 30-day license that then moves to permanent? Is it permanent right out of the gate? So the scope of that ordinance that we're talking about is really about the business license. It isn't a referendum on ride sharing. We've already had that vote. It was 8-0. We're on our way.
So this is just to make sure it all gets processed outright and it's fair to cab companies and other people that are involved too. How does that change for you doing technology stuff downtown, bringing businesses to town? Does this make it just that much better?
The number one input to growth for tech companies is talent. And so these are millennials who value urban. Now I'm blue.
Yeah. Then you'll get normal again in a minute. Hold on.
So they value urban amenities like they expect. These are like table stakes for modern day cities. And again, I think we're the only Pac-12 city that doesn't have these basic services. So when the kids come to town, it's just immediate sort of question, like they're really excited about Eugene and no one understands why we don't have this. When we have tech companies that come to visit us and are excited about everything that our community has to offer, which is a lot, they have this great airport experience. They step outside the doors of the airport, and it's instant confusion about why this great city doesn't have these basic services.
Does it kind of, and Matt, what you can do when you get out of here and it tells you to go, you can just pull back around where we were. We'll finish our conversation.
We need to drive my car through next.
Brittany goes, hey, that was kind of good. I kind of like that. So does this give you one more asset when you're luring business to town here as a chamber, Brittany?
Yeah, I mean, I think that at this point we are one of the last ones to have it, so it's more of a liability for our community than anything else. I think that it's a table stake, to Matt's point, that it's an amenity that most other communities have. So the fact that we don't have it is worthy of conversation when folks are considering, you know, where they want to live, where they want to operate their businesses.
So do this for me also, Springfield. So Springfield, this opens it up for them. How does that work? Because I think I was confused. Matt told me. Yeah. But how does that work? How come Eugene if Eugene does it, Springfield does it. If Eugene doesn't do it, Springfield doesn't do it.
Yeah, so years ago, Eugene and Springfield sort of agreed that they would have a shared transportation ordinance that regulated the ride share, or the transportation companies like taxis. So the city of Eugene's ordinance regulates taxis in Springfield as well.
So once it's approved,
because they go back and forth, right? And you would want to have the same rules,
right?
Yeah. So once Eugene gets through with their process, it'll open up Uber and Lyft in Springfield.
Brandon says also free rides in from local bus hubs would be a great way to upgrade our transportation system, much like Denver. Huh? We'll have to look into that. I've never heard of that, Brandon, but.
There's a lot of transportation partners who have been advocates for our transportation system. You know, the MX routes, and there's a lot of opportunity for innovation, for partnerships, for using these new companies and these new technologies to enhance what we have, not to replace it, not to take away from the great public transportation system that we have, but to your example, to enhance.
In cities that have this already, you can use one app to summon a bike, or you can summon a car and take you to a place that has a bike to go the last mile, right? All these things sort of work together, and you're riding a bus, and then if it doesn't go directly to your house, you're taking an Uber or a Lyft to take you the last mile.
So on another topic, since you brought it up, did you know that, have you heard about this Eugene bike program?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to MC their Peace Health's doing an event in April, and we're going to MC this press conference they're having. But I'm excited. So you'll be able to just pick up a bike and rent. You can take them off and drive them for an hour, or visitors can use them. I think they're calling
it Peace Health Rides now.
Yeah,
the blue bikes.
Yeah, that's going to be. That's just something to tease you along that something's coming. So you guys. So here's what's up today. At noon, we're going to be at Thinking Tree Distillery with Travel Lane County. They're going to take us through. They're going to show us how they make their stuff, and it's very good. But we're going to just do samples. And then tonight, Kathy and I will be at the bed and breakfast at the Hasita Head Lighthouse, and we're going to do a live show there at 4:30 on That Oregon Life. So it will be transferred to this page, but it's going to come from That Oregon Life. And then tomorrow, all day, we're going to explore Florence. We're going to do 10 different live shots, short little 5 to 10 minute shows from everything from the Sea Lion Caves to C&M Stables, and we're going to even introduce you to the Marilyn Monroe's photographer's son, who is now taking those prints and doing some amazing things with Marilyn Monroe's image. So it's going to be a really fun day, and we're going to be really tired by the end of the day, but you're going to see from sand to sea lions to food. We're going to take you into restaurants, show you how they make their food, so it's going to be really fun. That's on That Oregon Life. All right, thanks you two for being here.
Thank you.
And thanks for fighting for this. I mean, these guys and a bunch of other folks like them, there was a ton, but these guys really spearheaded some of that stuff.
Yeah, shout out to Vonnie at the Springfield Chamber. All of us are working together in the interest of the community, and we have this hashtag. It's hashtag Yes Ride Choice.
Ride choice.
Ride
yes,
choice.
Ride choice.
Yes, ride choice. Yeah. So you can see the full history of all this advocacy that's been going on for 118 days now. 118.
We're counting.
Yeah.
You guys can have a vacation in a month.
118 straight days of advocacy. Hashtag Yes Ride Choice.
Okay. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, you guys, take this, share it, and thank you, Coburg Car Wash. You guys, when it does clear up, Coburg Car Wash, that's the place to go. Matt already has his ticket. He just comes in here and gets it, because, you know, who's going to wash your own car? You're not going to do that. Thank you. We need this here. You're right, Stacy. Pass this on, you guys. We'll see you later. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, somebody just put your hashtag on there.
Yeah,
So perfect.
thanks.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. See you guys later. They're very